But first, this hour, the news that broke in the last hour, and that is that Manchester United have confirmed that Paul Pogba is leaving the club on a free transfer for a second time this summer. Pogba's last appearance proved to be when he was forced off injured in Manchester United's 4-0 defeat to Liverpool at Anfield in April. It ends Pogba's 6-year stay at Old Trafford after he rejoined from Juventus back in 2016. Despite letting him leave for nothing in 2012, they made the decision to then re-sign him for a club record £93.25 million from Juventus. At the time, it was also a British transfer record, but now the club will recoup nothing from his departure. This is one of the most incredible sort of transfer stories ever in my mind. I mean, you get to let a player go for free, sign him back for nearly 100 million, let him go for free again a few years later. Dharmesh Sheth, as you can see, is with us on set, our transfer man, top reporter on all this. Look, the writing's been on the wall for some time, but how's this all come about and what on earth happens now?
We've got to say, Pete, that this has come as no surprise. For the past couple of months, we have been reporting that it's looking increasingly likely Paul Pogba won't be signing a new contract at Manchester United. He will see out the remainder of his contract and become a free agent and leave for free at the end of the season. It is, as you say, the second time that this has happened. Manchester United have lost Paul Pogba on a free transfer, not once, but twice. And I think this was coming to a head last summer. It was my information that Manchester United made a contract offer to Paul Pogba last summer. And I think Pogba and his representatives viewed that as sort of the first round of negotiations, but there's been no further offer forthcoming from Manchester United since then. And then last season, the information I was getting was that Pogba was feeling that he was almost the scapegoat for all of Manchester United's problems. And in what proved to be his last home game for Manchester United at Old Trafford, it was that 3-2 victory against Norwich City when Cristiano Ronaldo scored that hat-trick. He was substituted and Paul Pogba was actually booed by a section of the Manchester United fans there. And we didn't see the pictures of him after, but when he was going down the tunnel, he was actually cupping his ears to those fans. So, as you ask, what is next? Well, the clubs that are in for Paul Pogba have remained the same as of the past few months. Juventus and PSG have both made offers for Paul Pogba to sign him on a free transfer, and they remain in dialogue with his representatives, as do Real Madrid. Now, all three of those clubs represent a different pull, you'd have to say, for Paul Pogba. Paris Saint-Germain, he's obviously a Frenchman, to go back to France. Juventus, to go back to Juventus, where he had 4 successful seasons at the Italian club, or to go to Real Madrid. The mythology of Real Madrid, to play for that club, to play in that all-white kit. It's almost like a new challenge, a new country, a new league. So there are very different pulls for all of those clubs for Paul Pogba to maybe go to one of those on a free transfer. And he'll be able to command a good salary for those 3 clubs as well. Some of the information I was getting before is that this wouldn't be a financial decision rather for Paul Pogba, because it's likely that whatever he was to get paid by any of these 3 clubs would have probably been matched by Manchester United. So yeah. I think it's coming down to where he sees his footballing future, because at 29 years of age, this is likely to be the last remaining peak years of his career and the last big contract that he's going to sign, so he's going to want to get it right.
He was such a great player at Juventus. They say never go back, don't they? But he's done that already before with Manchester United, so will he go back there? Or, I say 3 massive clubs to choose from. But Manchester United fans won't be worried about where he ends up, but they just want to know who's going to come in and fill the gap that Paul Pogba sometimes filled for them, but often, didn't. Who's the name in the frame?
Look, in the past few minutes, it's been confirmed to me that midfield, and it's an obvious thing to say, is a priority position for Manchester United in this summer's transfer window. Now, I've also been told that initial talks have taken place with Barcelona over the possibility of signing their midfielder, the Dutch international, Frankie de Jong. I've also been told that there will be significant obstacles for Manchester United to be able to get a signing like this over the line, not least the transfer fee, not least the personal terms, and not least the will of the player as well. Some of the noises that we're hearing at the moment is that he would like to stay at Barcelona. Would that decision be taken out of his hands, given the financial predicament that Barcelona find themselves in at the moment. It should also be said, though, Frankie de Jong is one of a number of midfielders that Manchester United are looking at for this summer's transfer window. But look, Erik ten Hag rates Frankie de Jong. Frankie de Jong played under Erik ten Hag when they had that incredible run to the Champions League semi-finals in a midfield that also included Donny van de Beek as well. And Erik ten Hag, in his introductory news conference as Manchester United's new manager, is saying that he's looking forward to working once again with Donny van de Beek. You've got to say it's going to be a summer of huge change at Manchester United. Not least the manager has changed, but also you've got a number of players that are likely not to be there. We already know now Paul Pogba won't be there. Jesse Lingard unlikely to be there. Edinson Cavani will be leaving. Juan Mata potentially. Nemanja Matic has already announced that he'll be leaving. A lot of players leaving. There will be a few arrivals as well. Manchester United will want to get those arrivals right this time.